Welcome to the North Wales coast and this amazing lighthouse here at the Point of Ayr. In this video, we're going to talk about why this location is such a haven for landscape photography. We're going to cover the history of this amazing lighthouse. We're going to talk about access requirements. How can you come here to photograph this lighthouse? And by the end of all this, hopefully I'll have enough time to get some images for myself as well.
The Point of Ayr is the northernmost point of mainland Wales, making it an historic key location for guiding ships through the treacherous waters of the Irish Sea into the Dee estuary. While standing at the lighthouse, you can gaze across the waters and see the Wirral Peninsula on one side and the vast Irish Sea on the other. The Point of Ayr Lighthouse is a haven for landscape photography due to its striking location at the edge of the Dee estuary, where the dramatic contrast between the vast sandy beaches, rolling dunes and ever-changing tides of the Irish Sea create a visually captivating scene.
Well, my focus today is going to be on this lighthouse. I think it's important to note that there is a wealth of history on this beach and the surrounding dunes, and I think there's going to have to be a part 2 to this video.
The Point of Ayr Lighthouse, built in 1776, holds considerable historical significance as one of the earliest lighthouses constructed in North Wales. At the time, the Dee estuary was a crucial maritime route serving the port of Chester, which was one of the most important trading hubs in England at that time. The lighthouse was established to guide ships safely into the estuary, where treacherous sandbanks and strong tidal currents posed significant dangers to navigation. Its construction was part of a broader effort during the 18th century to improve safety for the maritime trade. This was vital for the economy of the region at the time. Throughout its operational years, the Point of Ayr Lighthouse witnessed numerous maritime incidents, including shipwrecks and rescues that highlighted the perilous nature of the waters it overlooked. One of the more notable events occurred in the 19th century, when the lighthouse keeper's prompt actions were credited in saving the crew of a ship that ran aground during a severe storm. The keeper managed to alert local rescuers in time to prevent a tragedy, reinforcing the lighthouse's reputation as a crucial guardian of the coast.
Now, after learning about the existence of Chester Port, a location which I was never previously aware of until researching this video, I've decided to come down and have a look myself in Chester to see if there's any remains of the port still here. I can see a very old rusty chain on this rock here, just giving a little bit of a hint of the historical port that was once here. As you can see on camera now, there's lots of residential properties overlooking the River Dee that's at the side of it. There's a bit of a waterway here, which I believe originally connected into the city from the main port on the River Dee, which is just over here. A very different looking port today.
By the mid-19th century, advances in navigation and the decline of Chester as a major port reduced the strategic importance of the Point of Ayr Lighthouse. It was eventually decommissioned, yet it remains a poignant symbol of the area's maritime heritage. Over the years, the lighthouse has been subject to various preservation efforts, recognising its role not only as a historical maritime landmark, but also as a cultural icon for the local community. Today, it stands as a testament in the maritime history of the region, reflecting a centuries-old connection between the people of North Wales and the sea. It's reasonably easy to access this location by public transport, with the nearest train station located just down the road in Prestatyn. From there, you can enjoy a walk of just a few miles along the beach. Alternatively, there are local bus services which will get you closer to the lighthouse. If you're driving, I highly recommend using this beachside pay and display car park for convenient access to the lighthouse.
Although this one is a pay and display car park, unlike the free one in the centre of the village, this one isn't at risk from flooding at high tide. There is, however, one small issue with this car park, in that it's restricted in its opening hours. As you can see here, the car park is locked at 7 o'clock at night, and it won't reopen again till 7 in the morning. This means there's a bit of an issue if you're coming to photograph sunset or sunrise, but if you continue down this road, there's a little bit of out of hours free parking you can use at those times.
Like most beaches, the nearby pass can be challenging for those who use wheelchairs or are pushing children's buggies. Additionally, it's also important to be cautious of quicksand on the beach. Although it's not a major concern, I've personally experienced a sudden sinking sensation after high tide when visiting the lighthouse, and there have been several reports of people encountering difficulties here in the past.
When it comes to composition at this location, it's quite a versatile subject to photograph. Although it is, in essence, just a lighthouse sitting on a vast sandy beach, it's positioned quite well. Most images you're going to see from this location are going to be from this direction, looking from the beach out to sea with the lighthouse featured in the image. And looking at this direction, you're going to be facing north, which means the sun is going to be rising camera right and setting camera left. Hopefully I've got my left and rights in the right order there. But overall, just what that means is this is a very versatile location that you can come both in morning and at evening to photograph in the best light. If you're not on the beach, there are other alternatives as well for compositions. You can go back into the dunes and use the grasses in the dunes as a bit of a framing looking out towards the lighthouse. It's quite prominent in its position, and it does peak quite well over the dunes. Now, I'm not particularly optimistic about any colour from tonight's sunset, but I'm quite happy with the composition I've got set up at the moment. I've used my 12mm wide angle lens for this shot and moved in quite close to these concrete blocks here that lead off to the lighthouse. In my composition, and for a landscape orientation on this one, with the lighthouse on the right hand third of the image, and as we come down to the bottom left hand third, we've got these concrete blocks which are leading in. It's quite a nice image this, and I'm sure it's been photographed many times before. Hopefully you've enjoyed this rather formal version of my usual content. It's something I'm looking to do more of in the future, but with this amount of effort that goes into a video, it might take me a while to produce each one. But as always, thank you very kindly for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again. Goodbye.